Hey guys, it's Olivia and welcome back to Live in Literature. Thank you so much for all the love and support I received in my last video, and if you have not seen it yet, feel free to head down to my channel to check it out. Well guys, it is here, it is finally happening. We are doing the birthday book buying challenge.
Oh yeah.
And if you remember last year, in last year's challenge, I posted the exact same video where my sister and I got kicked out of Barnes & Noble, and that was super fun and fresh.
Flashback.
This is bad, I don't see anything that I'm like...
So I know you guys are doing something.
Yes.
You're not actually allowed to film on premise.
Oh, sorry.
What are you doing up there? I can't go back to jail!
End of flashback.
And we ended up coming back to Poppy Books in Spanish Fork. This is Poppy. You guys might remember her from my video last year. I have called them again because it's my birthday and I want to do some book shopping. It's actually my birthday in 2 days, but when this video comes up, it will be my birthday. So we're doing some early shopping for my birthday.
We all have to go, David, unless you have some special excuse.
It's my birthday.
Yeah, well, we didn't forget.
And this is going to be the Barnes & Noble book buying challenge. So essentially, I'm going to have 2 minutes this time instead of 3. Last time I had 3 minutes. This time it will only be 2 minutes. I'm not perusing the store beforehand. I have some ideas in mind of what kind of books I'm looking for. But at this time, I will only have 2 minutes on the clock. My gorgeous roommate, Roxy, who's behind the camera, is going to be filming me. And she's going to have a 2-minute timer on her phone. And I'm going to have 2 minutes to peruse the store and grab as many books as I can. And whatever I can carry is what I'm going to buy. I have a certain budget in mind. I'm hoping not to spend any more than like $150 to $200. We will see though. I might end up going over budget. Oops, spoilers.
In the business, we call this foreshadowing.
But I'm really excited. It should be a good time, and let's go buy some books.
Let's get ready to rumble!
Okay, we're about to start it. Okay, are we ready?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead and start. Show them your timer.
Started. Go.
Okay. Okay, I'll reference. Wait, this is so... Where's my alchemized? I didn't think they were gonna have it. Holy crap. They have so much good stuff here. I'm like, not that I'm shocked, but I'm excited. Okay, let's see. Oh gosh. Wait, my family.
You have a minute 30.
What? I have a minute and 30 seconds already? Oh my gosh. Okay, let's go. More fantasy. Oh my gosh, this is not going good. I'm not moving fast enough. Oh my gosh, thank goodness. Okay, Calabasas. This is so stressful. How much time do I have?
You have just over a minute.
Oh my gosh. Okay, nonfiction. I'm looking at any other fantasies over here. Did I miss anything? I just don't want to miss anything. Okay, back to the front. Okay. Let's see. House of Shades. Oh, we'll do Forbidden Alchemy. Let's do Forbidden Alchemy. It's the paperback version. Okay. Yeah, okay, fine. It's the paperback version of this book, but...
30 seconds.
Okay. What am I missing? Without breaking anything. Okay, going back to paperbacks. What am I missing? They have Leave Me Behind. Oh my gosh, the stack is so big. Oh no, what am I gonna do?
10, 9, 8,
Oh no.
7, 6,
Wait.
5,
Wait.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Oh my gosh. How many? Wait. I'm adding this one to
Okay, we
Okay,
have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, I believe.
11?
In
I
the
think this is as many I got last time, except in less time. Awesome.
Now that's a lot of damage!
Okay, so I think we ended up with like 11 books. Technically this one was after the minute, but I think if I have to swap 2 books, I'm gonna swap this one and then one on top that says Morbidly Yours. So I'm gonna swap these 2 and I'm gonna take this one instead because I really wanted to get this paperback of People Watching. But we ended up with like 10, 11 books, guys. Well, guys, we have the official haul right here. 10 big, gorgeous books all inside this bag. When I get home, we will do a haul of all the books that I purchased, and I will go through and talk about all the ones that I got for in today's video. I'm very excited. The total was a bit higher than we expected, but that's totally fine.
I'm fine! Totally fine!
I got a lot of really nice hardback books, so I'm really excited and looking forward to the haul. See you guys at home.
A few moments later.
Okay guys, it's a couple hours later and we are back. We're in the Live in Literature Studio library. We're here and we are here to go through my books. Now, I didn't give a huge explanation about this at the beginning of the video, so I'm just gonna go again. Like I said, when I am filming this video, it's 2 days before my birthday, but my birthday is actually the day that you guys are watching this. It's September 27th, so happy birthday to me. I am turning 27 years old, so it's my golden birthday. So 27 on the 27th, so it's pretty exciting. I'm really excited for it.
They are our years.
I'm 25, you're 30.
Kylie, that is so rude.
What?
I'm 27.
And it's a very sexy age. It's an age of very Pride and Prejudice vibes. If you know, you know. Yes, 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 can completely relate. So,
I'm 27 years old. I've no money and no prospects. I'm already a burden to my parents.
Anyways, I did this last year and I absolutely loved doing it. Going to Poppy and buying books. As you guys know, if you watched last year's video, we got kicked out of Barnes & Noble. It was a whole thing. But now, we are here to present the haul of a lifetime. Guys, this bag is so heavy that it is currently ripping at the seams at the bottom. We're going to be going through all of the books that I got in today's haul. And a quick little housekeeping before we get into that really fast. I just wanted you guys to know what I'm currently reading. Right now, I am currently reading and almost done with Icebreaker by Hannah Grace. This is a special edition copy that my friend had. She had an extra one, and so I'm super grateful to her. Thank you so much for your copy of Icebreaker. I'm actually really enjoying it. I'm almost done with it, and it's been such a fun, cute read. I've been having a blast, but just wanted to know where my head's at. Right now, I'm still very much in my romantic vibes. I have quite a few romances in the bag here today to show you guys, and so I am so excited. So without further ado, here is my haul. So as I said at the bookstore, we ended up buying 10 books. 10 books at the bookstore, and we certainly went over budget. Your girl spent a pretty penny up in that bookstore. And listen, was it totally worth it? Absolutely. These books I have been chomping at the bit for a month to 2 months now to get my hands on. I have been waiting. I've been saving up, and that's why within those 2-minute time span, I was able to find everything I wanted. There are still a couple of books. I looked on my list of things I wanted to get, and there are a couple that I missed, and I can't believe I missed them. I was like, no, how could I have missed them? But 10 is plenty. 10 is more than enough. It's so much money. So let's get into it. First one I wanted to get into, okay, I've been seeing it blowing up all over TikTok, and I wasn't going to give this author a second chance, even though I love her as a content creator. I just wasn't sure her books were for me. This is A Forbidden Alchemy by Stacey McEwen. Stacey McEwen is a really famous Australian writer, and she's really famous on Book Talk for her her comedy for Book Talk and her comedy about books and just tropes and other things like that.
As the chosen one, are you prepared to forsake your own life to protect all others?
No.
I read her first trilogy, which was the Chasm, Ledge, and Valley trilogy. And that was her first fantasy trilogy. It was romantasy. I enjoyed it, but I'll be honest, the highest rating I gave one of her books was 3, maybe 3.5 stars. It was good, but not amazing. I kind of was okay, she's fun, but not the best there ever was, and I'm gonna go read more of her books. But A Forbidden Alchemy has been blowing up all over my TikTok, and I really want to see what all the hype's about. I heard that it's supposed to be very much Peaky Blinders, Mob Boss vibes, meets the Forbidden Alchemy potions and potion masters and poisons kind of vibe. So I am excited to check this one out. I have heard incredible things about it, and I'm excited to see if Stacey McEwen can change my mind about how I felt about her the first time that I read her. The next one I got from the bookstore, which I'm so excited about. This one actually came out, I think, last month in August. I've been so excited to read it. This is R.F. Kuang's Catabasis or Catabasis. And before anyone starts screaming about me about the name, I heard from R.F. Kuang herself. She did claim that there's been so much literature written about this word Catabasis or Catabasis or Catabasis, and it has been pronounced in several varieties. It's not just one thing. I watched some literary scholars being like, all these people on Book Talk are going to butcher this word. It's catabasis. But I apparently, in a lot of the literature that she studied for writing this book, it is pronounced in several different ways. It could be catabasis. It could be catabasis. I think I'm probably going to end up calling it catabasis because that's just the way it looks the best to me. But catabasis is supposed to be an academic rivals to lovers, two rival students going down to hell to save their professor for a letter of recommendation in this like gothic dark academia, Dante's Inferno meets like Orpheus and Eurydice type vibe. I was able to get one of the special editions with the beautiful sprayed edges. I am so excited about it. This book is going to be riveting. It's going to be right up my alley with dark academia. I've heard nothing but fabulous things about R.F. Kuang's writing, and I'm excited to experience her for the very first time and see like what I think about her writing and if I'm going to want to read some of her other books that I've heard are phenomenal. Very excited about this one. Next, a book that I have seen much talk about on the internet, we have House of Beasts by Michelle Wong. I think this is a debut novel. House of Beasts is supposed to be kind of like a spooky, like horror gothic novel. It's essentially about a young girl named Alma. Her mother is very sick and she seeks out her estranged father's help to like find medicine for her. And she finds out that her father is essentially a part of this like these very famous families who worship the gods, and she ends up making a deal with the god and essentially like giving her left arm to this god to essentially save her mother.
Buzz, will you get up here and give me a hand? That's very funny, Buzz. This is serious!
And it ends up not working, and she ends up being stuck with this dark god and stuck in this house of horrors with her father and all these people who hate her. And honestly, this book is absolutely stunning. Like, it's very spooky spook vibes, but it is gorgeous. Like, the inside art, are you actually kidding me? Like, it is absolutely stunning. This one's come up on my FYP a lot. This book sounds like it's absolutely up my alley for this upcoming October season. Very spooky, very haunting, very gothic vibes, monsters and mayhem and haunted houses, and I'm very excited to read this one. The next one I want to talk about, guys, is the dreaded, the beloved, the TikTok crazed masterpiece, the book that started the controversy and started it all. We have the over 1,000-page debut of Sen Lin Yu's Alchemized. This is the traditionally published version, a completely different story than Manacled that was published on AO3. Now, from what I have been seeing from Sen Lin Yu, I follow her on Instagram and I've been watching all of her stuff. This book is so much bigger than Manacled ever was. And Manacled is just the jumping off point for what this story became. She had so many references of so many different pieces of literature that inspired this book. And I'm extremely excited to see where she takes this fan fiction that I read that ruined my life and essentially like caused me to not be able to, like, literally caused me like an aneurysm.
How long are we going to be talking about you for?
I think I'm having a heart attack is what's happening.
You were like 34.
I'm basically 29.
To then finally read this piece of literature that it all stemmed from. This book is over 1,000 pages long. It is thick. It is thick. And I am so excited to see the prose and the like wording and seeing what things are similar from the fan fiction, what things are not. And I'd love to give a disclaimer that Sen Lin Yu also gave on her Instagram to any of my subscribers. She has stated, quote, "You do not have to read Manacled to read Alchemized." And to be honest, after reading Manacled, I would say don't. I would say if you're interested in reading anything by this author, read Alchemized. Don't read Manacled. Give yourself a fresh slate, let yourself enjoy this, and then if you're curious, maybe go dip into Manacled. I'm going to read this and I will be doing a full review on this book because it's such a heavy piece of work and it's such a heavy piece of literature. And I'm really excited to get my full in-depth and thoughts and feelings. It might take me a minute to get into this one just because I'm kind of like in a mood of enjoying like fun, cutesy, silly little things right now.
Sunshine, lollipops, and rainbows, everything that's...
I'm not quite ready to go back to the haunting and the tragic and the dark, but I guarantee it before the end of October is out, I will have this book complete. So that is Alchemized by Sen Lin Yu. Next, we have the highly anticipated and extremely romantic novel by one of my most favorite authors. She's an automatic buy. I absolutely love this woman with all my heart, and if I ever got the chance to meet her, I'd have to tell her. This is Wild Reverence by Rebecca Ross. Guys, I absolutely love Rebecca Ross. Rebecca Ross is phenomenal. She is a fantastic author. Everything that she writes, I absolutely love. This is a fantasy book set in the same world as Divine Rivals, but completely separate from it. It's about the old gods. It's a completely separate story from Divine Rivals. You do not have to read Divine Rivals to read this one. It is a completely separate story, and I have heard from the grapevine, from the book talks, that this book is utterly devastating and absolutely the most romantic thing that some people have ever read. I am truly so excited to read this one. This one's going to be read extremely soon. I am very excited to get into some deep prose and some deep romantic longing and yearning. I've heard this book just yearns, so I cannot wait to read it. Next one I got, this is one of the books that I subbed out. So at the very end of the video, you probably saw I swapped out one of the other like cute little paperbacks that I had for this one instead, because I'd been seeing this one on Book Talk and I had been dying to get it. And so I decided to make the swap to do this one instead. This is People Watching by Hannah Bowen Young. I have never read anything by Hannah Bowen Young, but I was just talking to the girl at the bookstore once I purchased this book, and she said that she is fabulous, and she just finished this one and said it was so good. This is about a young girl named Prue. She is essentially, she's working in a small town. She used to have dreams of going outside her town and getting out of her comfort zone, but those dreams never came to pass because she needed to take care of her ailing mother, who was sick with Alzheimer's. And essentially this young man rolls into town and he walks into her store one day. His name is Milo. He's a wanderer. He has this wanderlust for life. And he and Prue develop an unlikely friendship that essentially sparks into something bigger. I've heard lovely things about this very sweet fall romance. I've heard it is perfect for fall. It's very sweet. I've heard it's sexy and it's fun. And I cannot wait to read it. This looks like such a good book and I'm so pumped. The next book on my list of books I had to get because I just finished reading a book by this author, Miss Lana Ferguson. We have The Fake Mate. Now, I finished reading Under Lock and Key by Lana Ferguson and had a very cute time. It was super fun. Lana Ferguson is not afraid to do like contemporary fiction mixed with a slight bit of like fantasy-ish element slash like creature element, like outside the box tropes when it comes to human pairings. So this one, The Fake Mate, is essentially an Omegaverse contemporary fanfiction. Now, if you want to know what Omegaverse is, go do your own research. But essentially the basic generalization is that it is it's essentially like kind of like not werewolves, but kind of like alpha and omega vibes. People in an Omegaverse like canon, essentially, people are in like usually two categories, whether they are alphas or they are omegas. Usually it's like the male-female dynamic most normally, but that can obviously be different completely. People could be one or the other. And in this version, apparently he is a bachelor alpha and she is like he's an unmated alpha and she's an omega that needs a man. And essentially like people can't keep getting on her case because she's not dating anyone. And so these two decide to fake date each other. And then they end up like striking up a bond essentially while they're fake dating, which I love the fake trope. It's so fun. But I also think it's really fun that we're including some more interesting things. So essentially like this is like open Omegaverse vibes, okay? So they are like seeking a mate. It's gonna have a lot of those kinds of tropes from what I've heard. And I'm very excited to read about it because I like love that. I think it's so fun. Like, it's gonna be so excited. It's gonna give like Bride vibes, like Ali Hazelwood's Bride, like those kinds of vibes. Where like you have a mate and it's like a pack thing. It's like a very like wolfish kind of like werewolfy kind of thing vibe.
Look. It's a wolf thing.
What's a wolf thing?
These are two wolf shifters who end up like fake dating essentially, but it's in like the real world. So I'm really excited to read this one. I can't wait to read this one for the fall. I think it's going to be really fun and really sexy. Next, I'm going to do these two in quick succession because they are both by the same author and y'all are going to be on my freaking case because I haven't read these books yet and they are unbelievably famous. We have Ali Hazelwood's The Love Hypothesis and Ali Hazelwood's Love Theoretically. Now, I don't even want to hear it in the comment section. Everyone's going to be like, Olivia, how have you never read like the most famous contemporary romances to date on this planet Earth? I know. Guys, I know. I haven't read The Love Hypothesis or Love Theoretically. And from what I've heard from the grapevine, some people like Love Theoretically even more than The Love Hypothesis. But the movie with, what's her name? Lily Reinhart is coming out for The Love Hypothesis. And it is about freaking time that I read this gorgeous romance. I have heard the best things about this. I love this. And Some of Allie Hazelwood's characters from this book made a debut in Deep End, which I read earlier this year. I'm really trying to get into Allie Hazelwood and get more on her level. Of course, everything that I've read by her thus far, I've loved. But these are two of her most, like, canon, classic, her most famous novels. So I have to read them, and I had to get them. So here is The Love Hypothesis and Love Theoretically. And the last book that I picked up for my big birthday book shopping trip, challenge, whatever, was Dire Bound by Sable Sorensen. This is the paperback version of this book. I kind of wish I was able to get this in a hardback. I actually don't even know if they're making hardback versions. I think that they are, but right now the paperback version will be fine. I'm just kind of a hardback girly, especially for big fantasy books like this. But this is Dire Bound. This is essentially supposed to be like a werewolf-ish type of novel, fantasy novel. I've heard great things about it on the internet, but essentially the premise is we have young Marin. She's living in a fantasy kingdom where there are elite warriors who are bonded to these big wolves called dire wolves. And she hates them because she's trying to, like, they're just kind of like big and pompous and getting up in her grill all the time in her fantasy land, whatever. Her sister is stolen one night by the immortal army on the other side of the border. And so she essentially decides to enlist in the army to become bound to a dire wolf to save her sister. And she essentially has to survive the bonding trials, which any mistake you make can cost you your life in the bonding trials. I've heard this book is fun. I've heard it's fast paced, but it's like, it's giving Fourth Wing, but with wolves and like werewolf vibes. And I've heard that it is super fun, super fast paced, and a great fantasy book. I'm really excited to get into this one. I've heard great things about it. And I've been very much in a werewolf like autumn, it seems, with all my wolfy books. So I'm really excited for this one. So that is all the books that I got for my birthday book haul. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And if you did, do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the Live in Literature YouTube channel. Guys, thank you so much for supporting my channel. It's because of you that it's because of you guys that I do things like this and that I feel like I can do things like this. And it's really special to get to celebrate my birthday with the channel, and something that means so much to me. And like, obviously books mean so much to me, and this was just like a big present to myself, obviously. And so I feel really lucky and really grateful, and I'm so grateful for all of you. And I hope you guys will all go check out all the books that I either purchased today or books in the future that I'm going to be recommending. But regardless, I love you guys so much. I hope I'll see you guys next week, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.